In today's episode, what we're going to talk about is this: haters are born through a lack of faith. Have you ever heard somebody use the expression hater? Right? It seems like that's kind of like a catchphrase almost nowadays. Everybody's talking about haters. Some people are trying to avoid haters at all costs. Get away from me. Other people are like, bro, I need more haters. There's so many different ways that people view the idea of a hater. And it just got me thinking about haters and how are haters created? How are they born? And I became absolutely convinced as I thought about it that haters are born through a lack of faith. Let's talk about it. Welcome to another episode of Career Strategies, where we teach you strategies that can help you exponentially advance your career. My name is Rodney Hughes, Mr. 100%, and today's episode is being brought to you by Interview Prep University. If you need help preparing for an upcoming telephone, video, or face-to-face interview, and you want to be best prepared to crush it in that upcoming interview, and most importantly, if you want to avoid the major pitfalls that cause most candidates to fail miserably during a telephone, video, or face-to-face interview, you have to take advantage of this resource. It's 100% free, and I promise you it will be one of the most valuable resources that you've ever taken advantage of. Okay, head on over to www.interviewprepuniversity.com. Again, www.interviewprepuniversity.com. Okay, so again, we're talking about haters. Haters. Here's the deal. Haters are born through a lack of faith. When I think about haters, because I've heard so much about haters, quite honestly, I think that sometimes people think they have haters when they really don't have haters. Okay. And then other times I do think that there are real situations where people are dealing with real haters. Okay. And as I started to think about what a hater was, the first thing was we have to be able to identify the haters. Okay. Because here's the thing. When I think about what I believe a real hater is, I believe a real hater is somebody that has to use actions to show their hate. Okay. See, if somebody just doesn't like you, I don't consider that person a hater, right? If you don't like for instance, I know with my personality that some people are going to absolutely love me, but there are a lot of people who probably will not like me very much. But that doesn't necessarily make them a hater. Okay? See, if you don't like me, that doesn't make you a hater. And if you think that somebody not liking you makes them a hater, you have in my opinion, okay, you have a distorted perspective of what a hater is. See, I believe a hater is someone who shows it through their actions. Okay. Oh, here's another misconception, right? Just because somebody gives you feedback that is not favorable, that kind of hurts your feelings, that doesn't mean that that person is a hater. Sometimes people giving you feedback, especially feedback that you may not necessarily like, that stings a little bit, sometimes these people actually are your biggest fans. So don't be so quick to label somebody as a hater. Okay? Now, with that being said, you have to pay attention to the actions. Okay? See, a hater has to act, and they have to act with some form of malice. with some form of, you know, a hater has to act even when it doesn't make sense. Okay? So a hater has to look at things and just, you know, they just gotta throw you under the bus, right? So where I typically see haters is, like, you can look on any major personality, either on social media, especially on social media, or just a famous personality in general, right? These are people that typically have real haters, meaning these are people that, regardless of how much good they do in this world, or regardless of how much bad they do in this world, there are people that just cannot stand them for one reason or another. And then the crazy part is, when you ask them why they hate this person, they almost never have a good reason, right? It's kind of crazy to think that you could hate somebody that you've never met before. If you've never met a person, it's kind of interesting how you can end up hating that person, right? Now, I can understand some situations where people can kind of hate people that they've never met before, but, you know, in a lot of situations, it's just kind of interesting to see how people can get that emotionally moved by somebody that they've never even interacted with before, okay? But nonetheless, you got to understand that haters do exist. Okay? Don't think that haters ain't out there. Don't think that there aren't people out there that that when you start succeeding in life, they won't hate your guts. See, here's the thing. And again, I just said it, but I want you to really understand this. It doesn't matter how much good you do in this world. The more notoriety you get for doing good, the more hate you will get. Inevitably. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter how much you're trying to help millions, billions, whatever people. Doesn't matter how much good intent you have. That is a part of the game. Okay? So as a person who's trying to strive in your career, you got to understand that's part of the territory. But one of the things I always say, I always believe in controlling the controllables, okay? And so when it comes to hate, I want you to start with you first. Make sure that you are not out here hating people, especially people that are trying to succeed and thrive and be successful, okay? Don't you do that. Stop hating, okay? Start with you, okay? I don't know if I would necessarily say I don't hate anyone, but the overwhelming majority of people I don't hate, okay? There's some people that aren't really high up on my list, okay? That's just the reality of it. But I don't even know if I would go to the extent of saying that I hate those individuals. I really don't. Especially if I've never met them, especially if they've never directly done anything to harm me or my family. Okay? Either directly or indirectly. But I always want to start with me. Stop hating. I can't be a hater. Okay? And then after that, I want you to be able to identify when people are haters. And here's what I need you to understand. If you are thriving in your career and you end up coming across haters, like real legitimate haters, I want you to do your best. And I know it's hard, because trust me, for me, it is super hard, right? Because, you know, I just have to kind of step away, right? Whenever I've had, you know, people close to me say little things that in my mind, I look at as, oh, you're being a hater. I just try my best to step back and just say, hey, that's not my responsibility to change your hating ass. Okay, that's just how I really look at things. And, you know, the thing I would recommend is, if you are trying to strive in your career, stay focused on your purpose. Stay focused on what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and don't get distracted by the haters, because what they want more than anything else is attention. Okay? They wouldn't go to the lengths that they go to if it wasn't to get attention. They wouldn't say the things that they try to say, right? I mean, just look on social media. The proof is in the pudding. Look on any popular person's social media, any celebrity's social media, right? You have people, haters, that will say rude, derogatory things on people's page just to get a reaction. It brings them nothing but joy when you actually respond to their bullshit. So it don't even make sense to even respond to it. Don't give your energy to negativity. If you identify that somebody's hating, don't give them any energy, because they need attention like fire needs oxygen. The more oxygen you give them, the more the fire blazes, the more they hate. You understand? Don't even give them satisfaction. Don't even acknowledge them. Okay? Because here's what you got to understand. This is now I'm gonna bring you full circle. All right. I said the haters are born through a lack of faith. And what I mean by that is when I started to think about the mentality of a hater, what came to my mind is I've never seen someone who is being successful and progressing hate on somebody that is not at their level. I've never seen it. I've never seen somebody at a higher level hate on someone that's at a lower level. Never in my life have I seen it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it just doesn't happen. Maybe it does happen. I just haven't seen it. Okay? I've never seen, in sports, someone that's starting hating on someone that's on the bench. I've never seen that situation. Okay? I've never seen someone that's the CEO hating on someone who's at a lower level. I've never seen that situation. Right? And so I asked myself, why is it that someone that's at a lower level tends to hate someone that's at a higher level? Especially in this world where there's so much proof around you that it's possible. Listen, I'm an African American man in America. And the reality is, as much as we try to get away from race and all this stuff, race is a thing, right? And the reality is the fact that President Obama ended up successfully becoming the president of the United States, that just showed another option for black men in this world, that it's actually possible. Okay? Now, I'm not going to go too far down that path, but I just wanted to give that as an example. There's proof around you. If there's proof around you that it is possible for you to succeed no matter what your situation is. If somebody else who has been in a similar situation to yours has found a way to be successful, that doesn't mean that it's going to be fair for you to get successful. That doesn't mean that it's going to be a cakewalk for you to become successful. It doesn't mean any of those things. Okay? But what it does mean is that it's possible. If somebody's done it before, then that means it's possible for you to do it. So when I think about a hater, which in most instances, I think it would be safe to say that someone who's hating on someone is someone who's at a lower level, hating on someone who is, I guess in their mind, somebody that's at a higher level. When I think about that mentality, I ask myself, why would somebody hate someone at a higher level unless they didn't think it was possible for them to get to that level or higher? See, because here's the thing. If you don't believe that it is possible to get to a higher level in life, then all you can do is hate. You see how that works? All you could do is either hate yourself or hate other people. If you believe in your mind, even though it is a false belief, if you believe in your mind that it is not feasible for you to have the success that you desire, and maybe you want that success that you see of the person that seems to be flying in life, that seems to be advancing in life, that seems to be making their dreams come true. If you don't believe that you can do that too, that's where that emotion starts to build up. And I want you to understand this, because there have been times, and the reason why I think about this is because I think there have been situations in my life where I felt like that hater spirit was kind of coming on for me, but I always nipped it in the bud, because I always reminded myself, I don't give a damn who it is or what someone has accomplished. If I put my mind to something, I'd be damned if I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna get it one way or another. I'm not gonna do it by illegal means, but believe me, I'm willing to outwork anybody. You understand? I am. If I really want something, I'm willing to do the work, even if I don't have fair circumstances. And I've done it several times in my life, and I'm continuing to do it to this day. And I just feel like I'm not looking for anybody to put me on. I'm not looking for anybody to give me any handouts. I'm not looking for anything. If I say that I want to accomplish something, there's nothing that's going to stop me from going after it. You know why? Because I have faith. I have faith that God has given me everything that I need in order to accomplish my purpose and mission and vision in life. I believe it. There are times where I get down just like everybody else, but I always come back to the point of always remember, whenever I feel like, man, what am I doing wrong? You know, all this stuff, right? I have to remind myself, I'm a conqueror. That's what I am. And I got a news flash for you. You're a conqueror. So if you notice, if you pay attention to what's going on in your life, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you start thinking thoughts of hate, where you're looking at somebody because you're frustrated in life, I get it. You're frustrated and you're looking at somebody who seems to be thriving and you can't understand why. The first thing I want you to understand is that's none of your business. That man or that woman's path is that man and that woman's path, period. And you don't know what they had to do to get into the situation where it looks like they're winning. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you hate on. Okay? And understand this. If you have a lack of faith, it is only a matter of time before you turn into a hater. And the worst part about it is that your hating ain't gonna stop yet. Do you understand that? It ain't gonna stop nothing. Because a winner's gonna keep winning. A winner is gonna keep winning. And I want you to be a winner. I don't want you to be a hater. Okay? And when you start winning, I don't want you to get distracted by haters. See how that works? So number one, I don't want you to be a hater. Number two, I don't want you to get distracted by haters. because there's nothing you can do to change a hater. A hater has to get to a place in their life where they get fed up of being a hater. They have to get to a point in their life where they start to build their own faith, because it was their lack of faith that caused them to become a hater. Because if they had faith that they could accomplish whatever they wanted to accomplish in life, they would have never became a hater. And that's based on a true story. Now, hopefully you got great value out of this episode, okay? Hope I didn't offend anybody, all right? And if you're offended, okay, that wasn't my intent, but if you are offended by the message, okay, you might need to assess, do you have faith in where it is that you want to go so that you don't have to hate, okay? But anyway, we're not going to go down that path again, all right? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know what the number one challenge is that you're going to face in your career? Well, let me tell you, the number one challenge you're going to face in your career is competition. As we speak right now, today, competition is absolutely fierce in the job marketplace, okay? Doesn't matter whether you're trying to get a promotion or whether you're trying to get a job somewhere else. And over the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, the competition is going to become absolutely insane because of technological advancements that are taking place in the market as we speak. And here's the deal. As we continue to move forward, as you continue to move forward in your career, okay, if you want to reduce your stress and you want to tap into your potential, you have to learn a strategy for overcoming your competition. And so I wrote a book entitled The Ugly Truth About Getting Hired, How to Land the Job of Your Dreams Regardless of the Competition. The purpose of this book is to teach you a step-by-step system that can help you eliminate your competition and help you position yourself as the ideal candidate of choice, okay? By executing very specific strategies, techniques, and concepts that are designed to help you exponentially improve your odds in the entire job interview process. If you'd like to learn more about that, you can go ahead and pick up a copy of this book at my website, www.theuglytruthbook.com. Again, that's www.theuglytruthbook.com. All right, thank you so much. Hopefully you got great value. If you did, I want you to like this episode. I want you to share this episode with as many people as you can, and I want you to comment on this episode, okay? I want you to engage with me. Let me know what your thoughts are, okay? Let me know what you like. If you dislike something, let me know that as well, all right? And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.